May and June, the time of year when many people graduate from either high school or college. Years ago, I read an article that Mark Cuban had written in 2018 where he discussed the worst piece of advice he'd ever heard or the worst piece of advice you could ever follow in terms of something professional. That piece of advice, he said, is follow your passion. He said, following your passion is not going to lead you to success. He said, there's a lot of people who are passionate about things, but they're not necessarily good at them and they're not willing to work at them. So following their passion doesn't really help them get where they need to go. When I first read the article, I was a little angry. I thought, I've been telling people for years to follow their passions. Steve Jobs said to people, follow your passions, do what you love. There's that old saying, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Over time, I really started to think about what Cuban said, and slowly but surely, I began to agree with him. I am very passionate about golf. I absolutely love it. I love getting out there and playing with friends and tearing up somebody else's really nicely manicured lawn. But I'm not good at it. And I don't think I'll ever be very good at it. And one of the main reasons is I don't want to put the time or the effort into practicing. Now, Wade Anders, who is the CFO of Fun Enterprises and also my business partner, years ago was an avid golfer and he was really good. He would leave work almost every day and go over to a golf course, and he kept in his car his golf clubs and what he called his shag bag, a bag of balls that were basically his version of driving range balls. They're balls that he played with for a while and had lost their usefulness on the course when he was actually playing a competitive round. He would go out and for hours he would hit ball after ball after ball after ball. He practiced and he got really good. He was actually a 2 handicap at one point, which for anybody that knows golf, that's pretty significant. He had played in tournaments and won a lot of them. He could hit shots that I could never even imagine hitting. He practiced. That's how he got good at it. Yes, he was passionate about golf, but he was also willing to work at it. I think Cuban is onto something when he says to people, don't follow your passion, follow what you're good at and what you're willing to put the effort into. I love to cook, and it's something that I actually do put time and effort into. I actually spend time reading recipes, watching videos on how to become better at it. I like getting new equipment and trying new things. I like to try new recipes. So it's something that I not only enjoy and that I'm passionate about, but it is something I'm willing to work at and to get better at. For years, I used to say to people, I wasn't a salesperson. For me, that was a really negative connotation. Salespeople always kind of gave that image of the sleazy salesperson willing to do anything to make a sale. And so I shied away from it. But over time, I actually realized I was pretty good at it. And I started finding videos, looking for experts, reading more things about it, and trying to improve at what I was pretty good at to start with. It's something that over time I've become kind of passionate about and something that I've tried to help coach other people so that they can also be good at it. I do believe that great salespeople are not made, they are born, but it is something that you have to, again, work at and perfect. Mark Cuban, again, may not be the most likable human being, and you may not agree with him, but I think when it comes to following your passion, he's on to something. So, for those of you that are graduating and moving forward and heading out into the big wide world, don't follow your passion. Follow what you're good at and what you're willing to put the time and effort in. I meet people all the time that say to me they really have no idea what they want to do. You really need to stop and think, what am I willing to put the time and effort into? Once you do that, you actually may find that you're very passionate about those things that you're good at and that you're willing to put the effort in. I wish all of you the best as you move forward and go on to the next stage of your life. Have a great week, everybody, and thanks for watching.